50%. So the total average of the pass candidates in the second grade were 20.93%. In the year 219, 2,638 candidates out of the 2,729 passed their examinations, marking an average percentage of 96.67%. So in the year 2020, 1,892 candidates out of 1,902 candidates passed their examinations with the percentage of 99.47%. So there has been a great increase. Takbir. Ten candidates failed their examination for I.P.L.E 2020 with an average of 0.53%. Last year, 32 candidates failed their examinations, i.e. 1.17%. Therefore, the number of failure has reduced this year. Takbir. Our guest of honor, only 12 candidates who failed their exams. Our guest of honor, sir, the following candidates, their results are under investigations. In the 1, index number 2, stroke 4, 2020. 2. Index number 3, stroke 4, 2020. 3. Index number 17, stroke 4, 2020. 4. Index number 11, 4, 2020. 5. 45, 19, 2020. All those candidates, their exams are under investigation, sir. 7. Ranking of subjects. The best done subject was Tarbiyah, with the percentage of 26.18%. Some clarification for that. Tarbiyah is consists with the Tawheed, Hadith, and the Sirah. The second done subject was Quran with the percentage of 25.758%. Followed by Lugha, with the percentage of 24.123%. The last done subject was Fiqh, Ahkam Sharia, with the percentage of 23.832%. Our guest of honor, sir, the following are the top 10 male candidates in the Holy Country. 1. Faisal Huzaifa Senkai of Sumaya International School, Masaka. Aggregate 4, with the average of 99%. The second one was Ismaila Hassan Katende of Gangu Muslim Primary School, Wakiso District. Aggregate 4, with the average of 98.75%. The third one was Arafat Abdurrahman Buyondo of Sumaya International School, Masaka District, aggregate 4 with the average of 98.75%. The fourth one was Wamiti Khamisi of Lufuka Quality, Wakiso, aggregate 4, 98.50%. The fifth one was Nganda Raihan of Ibn Khamis Islamic Secondary School, Luwero District 4 aggregate with the average of 98%. The sixth was Buyondo Abdul Salam of Lufuka Quality, Wakiso District, aggregate 4 with the average of 98%. The seventh one was Abdul Hakim Abdul Khalik of Sahara Islamic Primary School, Kampala, aggregate 4 with an average of 98%. The eighth was Senoga Abdallah Aksam Muslim Primary School, Mukono District, scored 4 aggregate with the percentage of 97.75%. The ninth was Musajja Mulungi Abdul Nafi Al-Hijra Islamic Primary School, Buyukwe District, scored 4 aggregate with the average percentage of 97.25. The 10th candidate was Serukera Nasur of Namngona Salaf, Kampala District, scored 4 aggregate with the percentage of 97.25. The following are the top 10 female candidates in the Holy Country. 1. The first one was Nagai Zulufa of Lufuka, Wakiso District, with an aggregate of scored aggregate 4 with the average percentage of 98.50. The second one was Namat of Manshura Lubega of Sahara Islamic Primary School, scored 97.25%. The third one was Juraija Binti Habib, Lufuka Quality, Wakiso, scored 4 aggregate with the average percentage of 97%. The fourth one was Nanteza Nazifa Abubakar Primary School, Ising Wakiso, scored 4 aggregate with the average percentage of 95.25%. Seventh was Namgerwa Hadia Muhammad Munira Islamic Primary School, Kampala, Lungose Mariat Nakaloke Islamic Secondary School, Mbale, score 0.75%. I guess of honor, sir, the following are the top 10 basic schools in the year 2020. 1. In the first position was Sumaya International School with an average of 96.43%. Followed by Sahara Islamic Primary School, Kampala, with an average of 96.05%. The third school was I.P.L.E Islamic Primary School, Mpiji. The fourth one was Munira Junior School, Kampala. Kiso District, with the average of 90.29%. The 8th school was Huda Springs Primary School, Wakiso, with an average of 89.12%. The 9th was Al Bayan Quran Memorization Center and Primary School, Iganga, with an average of 89.10%. The 10th was Takwa Muslim School, Palisa, with an average of 88.19%. For detail, a copy has been attached. Awagesovana sir. Now, I'm introducing to you the performance of schools according to their districts. Mukono, the best school was Aksa Muslim Nasarandi Boarding Primary School, followed by Sharija Islamic Secondary School with an average of 84.40%. Wakiso District, the best school in Wakiso was Rufuka Quality Islamic Primary School with the average percentage of 90.29, followed by Huda Springs Primary School. The third one was Zaid Quran Memorization Center, Nasar and Primary School. The copy is attached. Namutumba District, the best school was Ibn Taymiyyah Islamic Primary School. Kampala District, the best school was Sahara Islamic Primary School. Munira Junior School, Namngona Salafu, the copy is attached. Mbale District, the best school was Kingi Faizo Muslim Primary School and the Quran Memorization Center with the average percentage of 83.69, followed by Doko Quran Nasarandi Primary School, the copy is attached. Mubende District, the best school was Mubende Nuru Islamic Primary School with an average of 59.56%. The copy is attached. Masaka, the best school in Masaka was Sumaya International School with an average of 96.43%, followed by Happiest Primary School with an average of 84.63%. The copy is attached. Jinja District, the best school was Madarasa Tudiniya Bugembe Islamic Institute with an average of 81.42%. Budaka District, the best school was Budaka Universal Islamic Primary School with an average of 91.2%, followed by King Fahd Muslim Primary School and the Quran Memorization Center with an average of 87.88%. The copy is attached. Butambala District, the best school was Gombe Standard Primary School with an average of 80.23%. The copy is attached. Iganga District, the best school was Al Bayan Quran Memorization Center and Primary School with the percentage of 89.10%, followed by Albani Islamic Primary School and Quran Memorization Center. The third one was Ibulanku Tadhuhiya and Tahfidh Quran. The copy is attached. Ruero District, the best school was Butina Islamic Primary School with the percentage of 73.73%. Ibn Khamis Islamic Secondary School with the percentage of 68.45%. The copy is attached. Now, West Nile, Koboko. The best school in Koboko was Nuru Islamic Primary School with the average percentage of 45.61%, and the copy is attached. PG district, the best school was Ikra Islamic Primary School with the percentage of 94.08%. Bodo Islamic Primary School was the second with the percentage of 85.34%. The copy is attached. Kayunga district, the best school was Mataba Muslim Quran School with the average percentage of 69%. Mitiana, the best school was Mitiana Jamia Islamic Primary School. The copy is attached. Then Palisa district, the best school was Takwa Muslim Primary School with the percentage of 88.19%. Kagadi, the best school was Salama Education Center with the percentage of 75.52%. The copy is attached. Kabale, the best school was Tawfiq Islamic Primary School with the average percentage of 54.02%. Copy is attached. Arua, the best school was Imam Muslim Nasarand Primary School with the average percentage of 73.48. Barara, Madina Islamic and Quran Memorization Center was the best school with an average the average percentage of 76.70%. The copy is attached. Chotera district, the best school was Chotera Islamic Primary School with the average percentage of 82.90%. Kalungu, the best school was Chamondo Islamic Center. Bundibujo, the best school was Dynamic Islamic Primary School with an average of 46.95%. The copy is attached. Luengo district, the best school was People's Will Islamic Primary School. The copy is attached. Busia district, the best school was Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, followed by Al-Ridwan Islamic Primary School with an average percentage of 86%. The copy is attached. Chiboga, the best school in Chiboga district was Hidden Treasure Nasarand Primary School. The copy is attached. Bujiri, the best school was Omar bin Khattabi Bujiri with the average percentage of 59.92. Yantonde district, the best school was Madrasa to Ansar al-Islamiyya with the average percentage of 77.60. Butaleja district, the best school was Nariganda Islamic Primary School with an average percentage of 78.08, followed by Mahad Omar Bugisa Islamiyya with the average percentage of 76.66. Tororo, the best school in Tororo was Topa Junior School with the average percentage of 74.73%. Namaingo, the best school in Namaingo was Thaqafa Islamic Primary School with the average percentage of 80, followed by Sahabiyo Hubaibu Education Center with the average percentage of 54.13. Luka, the best school was Al-Haramain Secondary School with an average of 85.75%. The copy is attached. Chenjojo, the best school was Doha Islamic Primary School. Kakumiro, the best school was Chibambura Islamic Nasarand Primary School with an average percentage of 68.75. The Singiro district, the best school was Madrasa Abu Bakr Primary School with an average percentage of 87.19. Yumbe district, the best school was Munir Islamic Primary School with an average percentage of 66.65%. The copy is attached. Shema District, the best school there was Kabohe Secondary School with an average percentage of 48.16. Mayuge District, the best school was Uhdu Islamic Primary School, Mayuge. Kasanda, the best school was Bukuya Hidayah Islamic School with an average percentage of 82.40%. Biuko District, the best school was Al-Hijra Primary School with the average percentage of 90.38%. The following are the districts and their rankings. The copy is attached. The best school was Buyukwe. The best school was Buyukwe District. The best district was Buyukwe District, followed by Namutumba District with the percentage of 3.82%. Luka District was the third in performance with the average percentage of 83.68%. The copy is attached. Our guest of honor, sir, the board today is releasing the results together with the full package of certificates, result slip. So, I would like to inform you, sir, that all directors and the head of school, they are going to take all those packages today without delaying. Omugenyi waffe ow'ekitiibwa omuggenyi omukulu Deputy Mufti owookubiri n'abakuwerekeddeko bonna, abakulu b'amasomero mwenna n'abakandidaati baffe, olwaleero ng'ennaku z'omwezi 2 omwezi ogw'omukaaga omwaka 2021, ekibiina kya I.P.L.E okuva ku Uganda Muslim Supreme Council kifulumizza ebigezo by'omwaka 2020. Era nga ssebo omugenyi waffe omukulu, ekibiina kyasobola okuwandiisa amasomero 147 okuva mu disitulikiti z'obusiraamu 41. Era omulundi guno abayizi abatudde ebibuuzo bino baweredde ddala 1914. Omwaka oguwedde baatuula abayizi 2729. Wabaddewo okudda emabega mu nnamba y'abakandidates olw'embeera ya COVID ffenna eyatulumba mu mbeera eyo, era tusaba Allah embeera eyo agitumalirirewo. Ssebo omugenyi waffe, mu kiseera kino nsaba ntwala omukisa guno okutegeeza nti abayizi abalenzi abayitidde mu ddaala erisooka baweeredde ddala abayizi 878, ate abawala baweeredde ddala abayizi 527. Omugatte mu lulimi lw'abasayansi ne buweerera ddala obutundutundu 7.3, ebitundu 7.3 katonyeze 8.7 ku buli 100. Kitegeeza abayizi bayise bulungi. Abayizi abalenzi abayitidde mu ddaala eryokubiri babadde abayizi 215, ate abawala 183. Abayizi abayisidde mu ddaala eryokusatu, abawala abalenzi babadde 26, abawala babadde 31. abayizi abayitidde mu ddaala eryokuna abalenzi babadde 16, abawala babadde abawala nabo 16. Omugatte gw'abayizi abayise ebibuuzo byonna guwerera ddala 1,892 bwe butundutundu 99 n'akatundu 4.7 ku buli 100. Omwaka guno abayizi abakoze omwaka guno mu butuufu bayitidde ddala waggulu kubanga baweeredde ddala obutundutundu 99, ebitundu 99 n'obutundutundu 4.7. Wabaddewo okweyongera newankubadde tubadde n'okusomoozebwa kw'obulwadde bwa COVID. Abayizi abagudde ebibuuzo byonna baweeredde ddala abayizi 10 bokka. Abayizi bano 5 ebibuuzo byabwe bigenda mu disciplinary committee n'akakiiko ka security beebuuzibweko entambuza y'ebibuuzo byabwe. Omuyizi atuula ku nnamba 2 katundu 4 omwaka 2020 n'omuyizi era atuula ku nnamba eyokusatu 4 2020 n'omuyizi 17 nnamba 4 2020 ne 11 namba 4 2020 n'omuyizi atuula ku nnamba 45 paka 19 2020. Ebibuuzo byabwe biri mu kakiiko. Essomo eryasinze okukolebwa ennyo lyabadde essomo lya tarbiya, ne kuddako Qur'ani, ne kuddako lugha, fiqhu yeyasembyeyo okukolebwa obubi. Kati mu kiseera kino njagala okutwala omukisa guno ssebo omugenyi omukulu nkwanjulire essomero eryasinze mu Uganda yonna. Essomero eryasinze mu Uganda yonna lyabadde liyitibwa Sumaya International School okuva e Masaka. Essomero eryokubiri lyabadde liyitibwa Sahara Islamic Primary School. Essomero eryokusatu lyabadde liyitibwa I.P.L.E Islamic Primary School. Essomero eryokuna mu Uganda yonna lyabadde liyitibwa Munira Junior School mukuva mu Kampala. Eryokutaano lyabadde Budaka Universal Islamic Primary School. Eryomukaaga lyabadde Al-Hijra Primary School okuva e Biyukwe. Eryomusanvu lyabadde Rufuka Quality Islamic Primary School okuva e Wakiso. Eryomunaana lyabadde Huda Springs Academy okuva e Wakiso. Eryomwenda lyabadde Al-Bayan Quran Memorization Center and Primary School. Eryokumi lyabadde liyitibwa Takwa Muslim School okuva e Palisa. Olukalala lw'amasomero ago gonna kwegali. Era mu kiseera kino ssebo omugenyi waffe omukulu ntwala omukisa guno kutegeeza nti ekibiina kyewakwasa omulimu guno kyagukoze bulungi era kyamaze dda okuteekateeka ebbaluwa z'abayizi zonna, certificate eza buli ssomero ne pasiripu zonna era olwaleero zonna bagendagenda nazo. Amannya gange nsigadde nze Ismaila Kaziwe, omuwandiisi wa I.P.L.E okuva mu Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, neyanziza nnyo bannamawulire nammwe mwenna okumpuliriza. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Haya ndiyo ilikuwa maneno kutoka kwa katiba mkuu wa I.P.L.E Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, Sheikh Ismaili Kaziwe, akiwa anatusomea ambayo iliyotoka kwa mitihani 2020 mwaka jana inshallah. We thank him for the release of our results 2020. But now let me take this opportunity also to recognize the presence of Sheikh Murshidi Luemba, Secretary the Secretary for Religious Affairs. Secretary for Religious Affairs. Before, I also encourage you that you put on your masks. Corona is still terrible and is killing people seriously. Let us keep distance wherever we go, wherever we are. For now, let me take this opportunity to welcome Secretary General, Secretary for Education, Sheikh Juma Bahit Chuchu. You are welcome, sir.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم والصلاة والسلام على مبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيدنا ومولانا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم وبعد. The guest of honor, sir, the second Deputy Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Muhammad Ali Waiswa, the honorable members of the management, Al-Haji Rugasa, the Secretary for Admin, Sheikh Sebintu Muniru, the Secretary for Halali, the Secretary for Awqaf, who is with us today, Secretary for Religious Affairs, the District Qadis with us, our PRO is with us, the Chairman of the Examination Board and his entourage, who is with us here, the Directors of schools, head teachers, the parents, and the students. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. The guest of honor, I want to take this opportunity to first thank the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubajje, for his good leadership that has brought back the examination board under Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, and this was effected from 2017. And today we are releasing the fourth time of release of examinations under Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, actually the fourth year now. Somebody was asking me the question as to what about yesterday? There was a release of examination yesterday. I told him that yes, at least we have reduced it. It used to be so many releases, and they are called all national examinations. And we have reduced it, and I want to assure you that by 2030, there will be only one examination board releasing exams. You know, you cannot be a member of opposition, and then when your papers are required, then you say, no, my papers come from Magere or from no, the paper must come from one place, and that is control of standards. If Muslims cannot come back to that, then there is a problem, because examination is very important. That certificates which are given to you should reflect to the knowledge that you have, and you should compete nationally. I don't know why some schools still fear to compete at national level, and they want to have their own examination at their own levels. But there is no wonder with the Muslims of Uganda, because I was told by history, I think Sheikh Muvawala can tell us more, that during the times of Idi Amin, There used to be even this kind of confusion that that Eids can be prayed. You can decide to make your Eid today, other group will make the next day, the other next day, until the President Idi Amin came and gave a warning, a decree, that Eid must be done in one day, and that's how Muslims came back. But I believe that one day we shall have one examination board and one certificate. I want to thank the examination board for the good beginning of the marking. They marked in a hard time. It is during the Ramadan. That's when they embarked on the marking of the examinations. And then after that, today, we are making the completion of the process by giving certificates today. I also thank you teachers who have worked very hard to ensure that your school performs the best. And I see there is alteration in the best schools. Another time it was Lufuka, another time it is this. I thank you very much for that competition. I know you don't fear competitions. I also want to thank the directors of schools for ensuring that in your school that you started, there must be Islam taught in this school. There are so many directors of schools, but some of the schools don't take instructions, which is Islamic instruction. I want to thank you very much. I also thank the parents for taking their children in schools where the brains are taught and also the hearts are taught. And that's how the Islamic aspect come in. I also want to congratulate the candidates. Thank you very much, candidates, for that winning. And we have some gifts for you. We have brought Qur'ans to be distributed to our good students. When you are here, you'll always get the Quran, inshallah. Ever since the launch of I.P.L.E examination board in 2017, we are registering success year after year. We started with only 65 schools in 2017 when they start in 2018, but today as we talk, we have registered 600 schools all over Uganda. Now, what is happening is that schools have registered, but candidates have not reached the level of sitting for exams. They are still coming up, and every time we shall be adding more students to our numbers. However, we also have some areas of improvement. You see, as we grow bigger, the task ahead of us become even heavier. We need more workforce to shoulder this big work that our chairman of the examination board is doing. Therefore, we need to establish regional examination units that will help us to mobilize schools and coordinate examination programs with the headquarters. At every region, we need that establishment so that they can be able to mobilize all Muslim schools there for one examination and not 2 or 3. We also need to train more examiners because the load is big. We also need to train invigilators. We also need to train scouts at every region to manage these examinations, inshallah, as we proceed with our program. Now, as the education department, we have embarked on another project, a new project, inshallah, the project of printing machines that will facilitate printing of examinations and production of enough learning materials for our children. As we talk now, the education department is about to complete the project proposal write-up. In that project, we shall have machines that will help us in the learning material, and that is the major problem that schools are facing. Finally, guest of honor, it is our appeal in the Department of Education. In the Department of Education, we have 3 issues that we want together to work it out and solve it, and that is the girl child education. You have seen when in the performance, the percentage of the male are greater than the percentage of the female. But when they came to read to us about the failures, the percentage of the female are higher than the percentage of the male, if it comes to failures. But if it comes to good performance, you find the boys are greater than the girls. And yet the ladies are very instrumental in our programs. Ladies, we have been talking about girl child education, but today I want to talk about action in the girl child education. I therefore appeal to all the directors of schools. If we have 600 schools registered under Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, and you offer a sadaqah of teaching 2 Muslim girls in your school, then we shall be having 1,200 girl children that we can be able to promote in terms of education. And this is very simple. If we can do it, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will strengthen our schools and will make our schools prosper, because we have the heart to help our Muslim girls. The hadith of the Prophet has spoken a lot about taking care of our girls. The Prophet says that when you take care of your daughter, up to the time that you hand over her to a good husband, then him and you in the day of judgment will be like 2 fingers. That's what the Prophet says. When he's a daughter, he opens for you the door for Jannah. And if this lady becomes a wife, in our khutbah of nikah we say, the person who gets married, he has completed half of his what? Of his iman, because of these women. If she is a good wife, then you find that half of your faith is completed because of them. If she is a mother, the Prophet says, Al-Jannatu tahta aqdami ummahatikum. You can see how important the women are in the field of our in the field of our community and in the field of our religion. Therefore, we have started this launch. We appeal to every director that you give 2 places for the girl child as a full bursary to Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. Then we shall distribute this in all the regions, so that all the regions can be able to benefit from this kind of venture. Because right now what I'm seeing is that we don't have enough tight space to take children abroad. Sudan has closed down the opportunity of scholarships for us because of the problems they have, and also COVID. In India, we send students. I am told the students are going to be sent back to Uganda. And Egypt, now 2 years, we have not been receiving any information about scholarships. It means that we can work on our own and we can still reach that level. For this, I want to take this opportunity to invite our guest of honor to deliver his message to us. And I know that he has a lot of schedules today, and time is not his ally. But I thank him for giving us this time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يرفع الله الذين آمنوا والذين أوتوا العلم الذين آمنوا منكم والذين أوتوا العلم درجات والله بما تعملون خبير. صدق الله العلي العظيم. The management team of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council who are here with us today, the Secretary for the Islamic Primary Leaving Examination Board, and members of the board, the head teachers who are here, and the school teachers, the parents, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. First of all, I would like to congratulate the entire Muslim fraternity for this eminent achievement of the year. Indeed, releasing examination results is something that is very important, that shows efforts that have been culminated throughout the year in order to reach at this level. So on behalf of His Eminence, the Mufti of Uganda, who was supposed to be here personally but was feeling unwell, and he therefore delegated me to represent him, I would like to extend our sincere thanks and appreciation to the Islamic Primary Leaving Examination Board, who have worked tirelessly to ensure that these examinations are conducted despite the pandemic of COVID-19. For the year 2020, it has been a unique year because of the pandemic. And you know very well that all the schools were closed for almost a year. And it has not been easy to gather and collect resources together to be able to conduct these exams. So we thank the team for the work well done. We would like also to extend our appreciation to the government of the Republic of Uganda for the necessary assistance they provide through the Ministry of Education and through the security organs, who always provide necessary assistance to this team whenever required. I would like also to thank the head teachers of the different schools for their cooperation and collaboration to ensure that these schools come together. That alone cannot be taken simply, because unity means strength. So the more you unite towards this direction, the better we shall become in producing the quality of our Islamic education in this country. I would like to thank the examiners and the monitors from all directions who have done their level best to ensure that this work is done and that we are now celebrating the release of the results. We thank the Board for Islamic Primary Leaving Examination for spreading throughout the country. They have been able to spread to all corners of the country, apart from the northern, where they have not yet been established. But we pray that next year, maybe in the next 2 years, that will be reached as well. I would like to thank the Secretary for Education, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, for the great job he's doing to ensure that education in the Muslim schools is conducted per policy. There is a national policy for Muslim education, and there is a concerted effort to ensure that there is inspection in the Muslim schools. Recently, I saw him with a team of others inspecting certain Muslim schools in Western Buganda and elsewhere. That culture was never thought of. But we thank that now we are reaching those levels that we can expect inspectors to reach our Quran schools or Muslim schools, which will be an element to uplift the standard and quality of education in our Muslim institutions. So we thank him for that. And we pray that all the Muslim NGOs, organizations, come together to support that endeavor. Because without education, nothing can be achieved. So we should put our hands together to strengthen the systems of our education so that we become better citizens and better believers. I would like to congratulate our children, our pupils, who have done their level best, especially this year. According to the results that have been released to us, there has been tremendous increase in the performance, and that is so beautiful. And remember that these children are not only performing academically, but they also memorize the Quran. Many of them, you saw the one who opened up the recitation of the Quran here. It was a beautiful recitation. So we congratulate them, and we pray that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them more wisdom, and that increases their faith and enables them, inshallah, to uplift the deen, inshallah, in the future. Okusookera ddala, njagala okutwala omukisa guno mu linnya lya His Eminence Mufti wa Uganda Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubajje, abaddewo okubeerawo wano naye olw'okubeera nti abadde teyeewulira bulungi n'antuma okumubeererawo. Okusookera ddala okubayozaayoza mwenna olw'omulimu guno ogw'ettendo ogukoleddwa olunaku lwa leero, okubeera nti tufulumizza ebigezo by'amasomero ga primary ag'obusiraamu mu Uganda. Ekikolwa ekyo bannange kikolwa kikulu nnyo era ndowooza kisaana okukubiramu takbiira. Mukimanyi bulungi ti amasomero gaffe gavudde wala. Ebyafaayo by'amasomero ga Quran School okuva ku bifugi. Ebifugi mubimanyi byo, embalaza z'abawalimu, tewaalingawo masomero, abaana baasomeranga ku bifugi. Ekyo mukimanyi bulungi. Gye tuvudde wala, nvanva kwegamba gye twava wala nnyo, okubeera nti olwaleero tulina amasomero agasobola okuwera 150 nga gakolaganidde wamu ku nsonga y'okuttaanya ebigezo byaffe. Ekyo kigambo tulina okukyebaliza Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Era njagala okwebaza abakulu b'amasomero mwenna abeewaddeyo okuwagira ensonga eyo. Era mbakubira omulanga temugezangako givaako. Era n'abalala abatannaba kuwagira nsonga eno tubakubiriza bajje, kubanga tewali ngeri yonna gye tuyinza kukakasa nti ensomesa yaffe nnungi era esomesa bulungi okuggyako nga ffenna tukoledde wamu. N'olwekyo neebaza ekitongole kino ekiteeseteese ebigezo bino ekya Islamic Primary Leaving Examination nga kikulemberwa omukulu Sheikh Ismail Kazibwe olw'omulimu omulungi gwe kikoze n'okwewaayo. Bannange, eddiini kwewaayo. Oluusi ebikola biba tebiriiwo, naye omuntu abeera ne effort, abeera n'okufaayo, n'abeera nti akolerera eddiini ye. ekitongole kino tukimanyi nti kivudde wala nakyo era tukimanyi nti kikyetaaga obuyambi bungi nnyo okufuuka ekitongole kyennyini ekyemaliridde ate nga kikugu mu nsonga zino, naye buli kimu kibeera n'entandikwa yaakyo. Twebaza okubeera nti kisobodde okusansaanira eggwanga lyonna okuggyako mu north gye kitannaba kutuuka bulungi, ate era nammwe mukimanyi nti waggulu eyo n'amasomero gennyini ag'obusiraamu galabika tegannaba kumuluka bulungi. N'olwekyo tusaba nti mu myaka eginaddirira nga tukwataganidde wamu okulaba nti ensonga eyo tugitereeza. Mu bimu ku bintu His Eminence Mufti wa Uganda byali kugezaako okutumbula kwe kubeera nti yateekawo 9 regions nga 9 region ezo ze zitwala districts zonna 65 87 eziri mu Uganda. His Eminence agenda okuwagira okuzimba centers, headquarters eza region ezo 9, naye nga buli region erina headquarter ng'eriko omuzigiti munene, eriko eddwaliro, eriko eddundiro, eriko ebintu ebiwerako ebitumbula enkulaakulana mu kitundu. Era ku nsonga y'emu Supreme Council ejja kubeera ng'eteekawo amasomero aga region agaayo, ejja kgenda ng'ezimba mu buli region essomero lya primary, essomero lya secondary, olw'okugezaako okuyamba ku masomero ga wansi naddala ago agakola mu ngeri y'obwannakyewa. N'olwekyo omulimu ogwo mulungi nnyo era twebaza Mukama waffe olwa policies ennungi ezijja okutumbula eddiini yaffe ate n'eggwanga okutwalira awamu. Twebaza gavumenti ya Uganda ng'eyita mu Ministry ya Education olw'enkolagana ennungi ne Uganda Muslim Supreme Council naddala ekitongole kya education, ate n'obuyambi bwe bawadde enteekateeka eno ey'ebigezo bino ebya Islamic Primary Living Examination. Ne twebaza aba security abasobodde okuyamba kubudaabuda embeera y'ebigezo bino mu kiseera we tuba tubikolera. Twebaza omulimu omulungi ogw'abasomesa baffe abalungi abakola nga ba examiners. Mu butuufu tebalina kibasasulwa, basula ennaku n'ennaku nga tebeebase nga bakola omulimu guno ng'ate tewali nsasulwa, naye nga nabo bakolera ddiini yaabwe. Tubeebaza nnyo. Ne twebaza abo bonna abawaayo obudde bwabwe okulaba nti omulimu guno gutambula bulungi era nga bagulabirira nga teguyingiddeemu kino oba kiri. Tukimanyi bulungi nti ekitongole kino ekitwala ebigezo bino kikyalina obuzibu bungi, ate nga ne ssente zisasulwa nga examination fee zikyali ntini nnyo, naye tujja kubagumya nti naffe insha Allah tujja kukola ekisoboka kyonna okulaba nga Uganda Muslim Supreme Council eyambako mu kutumbula ekitongole kino mu ngeri eri technical, mu ngeri okubawa obuyambi obwo bwetaagisa okulaba nti naffe tutuuka ku ddaala erya Uganda National Examination Board nga bweri. Mukimanyi nti Uganda National Examination Board is a national body supported by the government with a full-fledged budget. N'olwekyo kyemuva mulaba nga kikola omulimu ogwo ogw'ettendo, naye awamu n'ekyo nakyo mulaba kirina okusoomoozebwa mu ngeri emu oba endala. Naye naffe tujja kukoleraganira wamu n'ekitongole kino okulaba nti tukiyambako okutendeka nga Secretary of Education bw'agambye, okutendeka n'okubangula abasomesa baffe abakola mu mulimu ogw'okizamininga okubuuza ebibuuzo ate n'okubimakinga kubanga omulimu